Hey guys, it's Lori, pharmacist. Just thought I would jump on here. It's been a few days, kind of pick up where I left off and let you know what I'm working on. I titled this video, Caring for the Temple, because, the Bible talks about how our bodies are a temple of the Holy Spirit. And yet, funny enough, so many Christians do not have any clue what it means to take care of their body. They end up eating foods that are so low in nutrient value and then end up with trashed immune systems. And the reality of it is there is so much confusion out there with all the diets and all the propaganda, etc., on what even constitutes building a strong immune system. And the thing about it is, if you were to learn what it takes to build a strong immune system and then focus on doing a bit of that every day, incorporating strong immune system building foods into your lifestyle, into your habits, then it can literally launch you into another world, And one of the things I'm working on is coming up with like a questionnaire where people can kind of see on a scale where their immune system falls. For instance, how many times a year are you sick? When you are sick, how long are you down? How long does it take you to overthrow whatever? Because if you have a strong immune system, not only should you rarely get sick, but you should be able to overthrow illness real quick, like in less than a week, easy, okay? But are you really, because knowledge is power, power is freedom, are you really putting things into your body that facilitate your body being able to have a strong immune system? And so I was kind of working on a number line, and I haven't been able, I need to go that way, to finish it at all. This is just rough, but up at the top, you've got the 10, and the 10 is going to be the foods that are like the absolute highest in nutrient value for you to be eating. And then on down, and I actually take it down into a negative because there's so many people that are eating things that they consider food, and their bodies are having to detox from it. They don't really understand how much damage. And so if you have a person that, say, or a child or whatever, you've got a family that, sorry, I reversed my camera so it wouldn't be backwards. I hope that worked. And you're living on foods that are a 5 and below, between 5 and -5. And you're year after year after year of eating those types of foods, you can see where an immune system is going to be slowly going downward instead of actually thriving and getting stronger. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. I'm also working on doing some classes for you guys. It's so funny because back in, I think it was beginning of November, end of October, on my website, I had this vision of doing, of launching some online classes to give. And one of them was on Hep B, vitamin K, and eye ointment for newborns. Another one was on the HPV, the virus and the vaccine, HPV, the whole cancer thing, and the vaccine. Another one was for pregnancy, vaccines for pregnant women. And my idea is just to educate you on the facts so that you can make an informed decision. But I had put these on the website, but I never finished doing it. I got caught up with the election, and then we had the holidays and blah, blah, blah. Well, lo and behold, the other day, I had 2 people sign up for one of my classes that I've never even marketed or finished launching. And it was a real kick in my butt because I realized, okay, if you're actually selling stuff that you're not marketing, there must be a market for it. But to also build on that and do a class on immune system building, a class on maybe the history of vaccines, and like I have people in groups are asking questions about polio. They don't even understand how basic diseases work. Polio, smallpox, diphtheria. Are we at a place that those diseases could return. And it's, again, just empowering you so that you're not living in fear, but that you can live in faith and know that you can have a strong immune system and that it can overthrow these diseases. Looking at how many people were actually affected by these diseases back in the day. Historically, in the U.S., when did all the diseases begin to just, take a nosedive, especially as far as mortality? What was really going on? Because coincidentally, vaccine preventable diseases and non-vaccine preventable diseases that we never have had vaccines for took that nosedive all at the same time. Okay, so what was really going on? Just that's part of what I want to give you. What else? I don't know if you watched. I think it's very important that you see this video. It was by Dr. Scott Jensen. I posted it last night, and it was more on the COVID vaccine. And if you've noticed, the CDC is now giving special privileges if you're vaccinated. It's so exciting. Those good little boys and girls, that go and get the jab. And his whole point was, what about people that have had the virus itself? And he was actually a blood donor because of his antibodies in his blood to give to people who, were in the hospital or whatever with COVID-19 to help them recover. And he's like, well, what about people that have already had the virus, that have the antibodies? Hey, Lisa, how are you? What about them? And why are they not being given special privileges? Why is it all, why is the vaccine your ticket? And I think that's a great question. So if you haven't watched that, I encourage you to watch it. What else? I had talked to you guys about Warrior Wellness, and that's something that if you go on my website, you can see I've done a write-up. One of my main things that I am promoting with people is to learn and get educated on juicing organic fruits and vegetables. This is the number one way that I can tell you that you can get phytonutrients, micronutrients, enzymes, and these, what your body needs in order to have a strong, robust immune system. I juice every day. I had quit last year just with the stress I was under, which was really the wrong time to quit. My immune system paid the price, okay? But I'm back on it, and I've been recommending it. I just did a consultation with a mother a week or so ago, and she was hypothyroidism, low energy, just really having health issues. She just recently had a baby. She was breastfeeding. She's gone back to work part-time as a nurse. A lot of strain. Anyway, got her started on juicing, and just the health benefits she's seen after doing it for a few days. She was raving at her mental clarity. She was feeling more energetic, and she just wasn't taking the time for herself. So it's so important. People say, well, I don't have time. And this is where it comes back to taking care of the temple. If you don't, this is the only body you have. And if you don't take care of it, you're going to pay the price down the road. So it's sort of a pay me now, pay me later kind of thing. Anyway, guys, I think that is about it for today. I'm just kind of giving you an idea where I'm going with what I'm doing, but my real emphasis is going to be on teaching, having Zoom classes that way it gives you a forum where you can ask me questions, and you actually have that interaction, which we cannot really do here on a live. So, and if you do have any ideas for classes that you want me to work on teaching, I would be happy to do that too. Another class I want to teach is on vaccines for infants 0 to 6 months, and then from 6 months to 2 years. There's so many things that we vaccinate for now, so many vaccines, it's really would have to be broken up into 2 classes, because the idea is to keep the classes under an hour, because we are all short on time. It can be a lot of information, and you kind of need a little bit that you can chew on at a time. You know what I'm saying? Digest that and then move on. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time, right? So that's the direction I'm going. Anyway, I'm going to hop off here. Love you guys. If you have any questions, my website is thewisepharmacist.com. You can either contact me through that. You can contact me through Facebook Messenger. Anyway, I will be glad to help in any way I can. All right, guys, you have a great, blessed day. Love you, and talk soon.